Today, students are going to identify the whole when using fractions. Watch their surprise when they realize, given the choice of a half of a Hershey bar or a whole Hershey bar.
We're on in Hershey bars. But, I don't know if you know, but over the break I ate a ton of stuff. So I'm really trying to watch what I'm eating, kind of cut back the sugar, cut back the calories. And some of you may be doing that too. So you have an option. You can get a whole Hershey bar, or you can get a half. Okay, you can just think about that for a few seconds. Alright, raise your hand if you would like a whole Hershey bar. You're just going to indulge, aren't you? Okay, there you go.
I'm not on a diet right now.
Okay.
I'm never on a
Michael, you don't want a whole one? No.
What the? cheese.
Trinity, you don't want a whole one?
What's the cheese? The other half. With cheese. Now please.
Alright.
The other one.
Okay. Trinity and Michael, do y'all want to have? Alright, so you're going to split this one? You okay with that? Okay. I can't sit here and watch you eat chocolate, and I haven't. So I'm only going to eat a half. Okay? I'm going to eat half, and then Trinity and Michael can share this half. So, do you all think that's fair?
No. You get a big one. I should have. Just like fractions. Just
wait a minute. I'm getting half. They're getting half.
It's over there.
Raise your hand and tell me what you're thinking. Trinity.
Not fair to me and Michael because you get a bigger piece and we just
Get two of those.
You get half and I get half. Why not that fair?
anyway.
Because two of those small.
Raise your hand. Raise your hand for the discussion. Mackenzie.
Two of the small ones are like that big, and then half of that one will be like that big.
So that's not fair?
That's not fair.
Who wants to add on to that? Dylan?
It's not fair because you had a bigger half.
Well, they said they only wanted half.
Miss Bricker.
Okay, add on to that. Kaden? Well, it might be smaller or larger than Michael and Trinity's. I take half. Larger. Cedric?
It's like you have a piece of chocolate that's like king size, like this big. But then when we have a smaller size, and then we get like this big. It doesn't like.
It's not king size.
Okay, so what's important to know when dealing with fractions? Dylan?
That even though they're the same fraction, one half, they can still be in a greater size.
Okay. Dylan, you want to add on to that?
You know, inside you could break in little pieces.
Mm-hmm. You want me to come back to you? Yeah. Madison?
This only has like, if you like feel it, it only has like 4 to 6 pieces, little pieces in it, and that pie has like 12.
pieces.
Okay. So, what's important to remember about when dealing with fractions? It's always important to ask what question.
Are they equal?
Okay, that is important. What else? What makes the keyword in our learning target?
Whole.
You all see that? You need to ask what makes a whole. This was a really hard week to come back and get back into the groove of things. And I noticed over the last 2 days, finishing up your tests, correcting your mistakes. We've been working really hard, so today I brought in a treat for you all.
Yeah!
Now, I don't know about you, but I overindulged over break. I ate way too many sweets, had intake too many calories into my body.
Cedric told me.
Okay. Thanks, Cedric. Anyway, you can decide if you want a whole Hershey bar, or like me, just take a half. I'm okay either way, so think about that.
Oh, what kind of choice is that?
Raise your hand if you would like a whole Hershey bar.
Everyone?
Okay. Holly, you don't want a whole one? You're going to be like, do you want half? Okay.
Can we eat it?
Yeah, you can go ahead and enjoy.
I have to find it if they bring or not.
I didn't think last night like
Hold on to it for a minute.
I'm gonna eat that.
One already opened it.
That's okay. You can open it, but I want to have our discussion first. Put those away. We're gonna use those later.
So we're
Alright, Holly, just take half of that. Now, you know, I like treats too, so I brought a half in for me.
That's not fair.
Wait a minute.
It's not
Why? You asked for a whole, I gave you a whole.
No, this is half of that whole.
Wait, this is a lesson.
They're not equal.
Wait
It's
a
a fraction lesson.
Extra fresh.
Called it. Not equal.
I love how your hands up. What do you want to say about that?
It's not equal because our Hershey bars are half of the size of these ones,
And that one's
Quarter.
And
Wait a minute.
it's going
Let's
to-
back up. I asked you, and you said I want a whole Hershey bar. I gave you a whole Hershey bar.
No,
But I'm only going to eat half.
Yeah,
of
but
this
yours
one.
is a bigger hole.
So what's important to know?
That's
not fair.
That is not equal.
Katie, I love that hand up. Tell me.
That the bigger Hershey bar is a bigger hole, and the smaller Hershey bar is a smaller hole, and they hold, like the big Hershey bar, it has the bigger half than the small chocolate bar.
Okay, you want to add on to what she's thinking?
Yeah, it can be one half of a fresh.
Okay. What else? So it's important to know what makes the whole. Our learning target today, we're continuing on from Monday, was I can identify the whole when using fractions. So Holly's only going to eat half. So Holly and I are going to have the same amount, right? I'm going to eat half and she's going to eat half. No?
Yours is bigger than hers, so yours is going to be a bigger half.
Okay. So again, it goes back to what makes the whole. Okay? Very good. There you go. Great discussion. We're good. So I told you I brought you in a treat. It's been a long week. And here's the thing. I don't know about you, but over the break, I overindulged because I just did. There's food everywhere. And some of you may not want a whole Hershey bar. So, raise your hand if you want a whole Hershey bar. Alright, that's almost everybody. Anybody want just half a Hershey bar?
Oh, no, I want half a whole Hershey
Alright. Anybody not want? Okay. Now this does. I thought I got the regular Hershey, and apparently I didn't. This has almonds in it, so if you can't get nuts, donate it.
I'm going to log back on. Hey, your
Huh?
I'm going to log back on.
Well, how about that? Let me just turn it off.
The regular ones are flat and
Okay.
the almond ones are curved.
Alright, so hold on, don't eat it yet. You can't.
I thought there was going to be a big one.
Yeah.
Who cares? I'm still a Hershey bar.
Now, hold on.
Right, I'll take yours. I thought they were going to be big. I got it. I gave you a big Hershey bar. I can't have them.
I thought we were
Chocolate with almonds.
Now, I like to celebrate because you know what? I had to do report cards this week. I had to finish grading your common assessment, so I'm going to enjoy a treat with you. But I have overindulged. So I'm only going to eat half a Hershey bar.
What? It's not the same. That's the same. It's not the same. Yes, it is.
But wait a minute. You
It's the
said you wanted a whole Hershey bar.
Two of those.
So I gave you a whole Hershey bar. I'm not going to eat half.
That's the same. It's the same. Done with that? It's the same. Two of these.
We're working
one of
fractions.
those. Yeah, but you there's more pieces.
She's indulging us to
Clearly, it's bigger. I'll take that one.
So
half of it.
raise your hand and tell me what's wrong with my thinking.
There's no.
Wait, let me call on you first. Wyatt?
What's wrong with your thinking is that this is one square and yours is four. Here.
Okay, who wants to add on to that? Emily?
They're not the same size.
Oh,
But if you
there's
eat
more
half of
pieces.
it, then that makes it all equal.
That was pretty powerful. Can you say that again?
I forgot.
It's only half the size.
Oh,
There's more pieces.
is this one because I can feel there's like 4 and there's like 5 in this one. Ooh, I'll take that one.
Willie's
So wait a minute. So what do you notice about these two bars?
They're not the same size.
They're not the same size. This hole is smaller than this hole. Okay? I want you to decide. Think about this. If you want a whole bar or a half a bar. Okay? So raise your hand if you would like a whole Hershey bar.
Every hand should be a.
Alright, alright. We're going to make the magic happen. You may go ahead and eat it.
Miss, if we don't want one of those, can we have the airhead bite?
Yeah, but I'll have to get that for you later.
Yeah, I don't want one. That's
What?
smaller than. That's bigger than me.
Yeah, but I only give you like a few of them. We'll split it.
She thought she was gonna get my entire package.
Oh.
You probably thought you were gonna get all of them. I want people there. What kind of nuts is it?
They're
Almonds.
Almonds are good. I love
Almonds are actually very
And
healthy.
I never tried it before. Then eat it, Will.
He can't have.
Will you give me that
He
one?
can't have nuts.
Yeah, but you see me? It'll be What do you say? Good question. Is it like this? It still tastes the same.
Alright, a couple more.
It's like a
Yeah, that's, are you recording right now? It still tastes
Oh, you don't want yours?
Oh my god.
I'll eat it.
Okay, so I too have been working very hard, and I am only going to take a half of a Hershey bar.
What? That's not fair.
Bigger.
You mean
Bigger.
That's a bigger one.
Bigger.
Yeah, I saw that this morning.
Wait a minute.
We got like a 6.
But she's bigger.
I asked.
And she's a teacher.
I asked who wanted a whole Hershey bar, and you all raised your hand. I just want half.
I thought you.
That's a lesson.
So, but wait a minute. Why? I heard a couple of you shout out, that's not fair.
I know what you're
Raise
doing.
your hand and tell me why you think that's not fair.
Wait, no, Sandra.
I'm waiting.
But it is fair.
I'm waiting. Emily, what do you think?
asked for a whole.
Well, it's unfair because ours is smaller and
What do you mean it's smaller? So,
like if you compare
okay, bring yours up.
We're speaking math and Hershey bars.
them, you can see that yours would be bigger and mine would be smaller.
Gotcha. So
Half of yours.
this hole is bigger than this hole,
Miss Brickler, half of yours
right?
is bigger than
So
ours.
anybody want to add on to what Emily said? Wyatt?
Half of yours is the size of 2 of ours.
Okay.
one.
Okay.
These
only got
one
whole of it.
These only got like 4 of them, and that got maybe like 8 of them.
Who takes it?
Okay.
Break it up.
Jacob?
Your half is the size of our hole.
Okay. Carmen?
I think it's fair.
I do too. Because you're a
do
teacher.
too.
Because
Oh, because I'm
Because
the
you're a
teacher
bigger
to the
teacher.
You want to trade?
We're longer than us.
Okay, so you're thinking of other reasons. But what if one of you said a half a Hershey bar and I pulled this out? And
Then
gave that
everybody
to
else
the
would
others?
be like,
I wouldn't have to.
Yeah, they'd be like.
I know something.
Let's hear it.
But you asked us, do we want a half or a whole one? If we got a half, then we get a half of that.
So really, what should have been your first question?
half. How big's the half?
How big is the
Half.
not the half, but the
The whole.